third-party information coming from you guys.
Nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's see if that finally worked. That's very... Oh.
This green is killing me.
Oh, there we go. Yay.
Let's go. Yeah, no.
Okay, let's see if that finally works.
That's better.
Cool, cool. All right, I'm going to shush up for a
This
sec.
green is killing me.
Oh, there we go. In as part of the RPG Party crew that's live with me right now, do you want to chat a little bit and just make sure that we can hear you on stream? Okay, let's see if that finally works.
That's better. Testing.
Yeah, testing.
Cool,
What's
cool.
up?
All right.
Testing.
Shush up for a
This
sec.
green is killing me.
Oh, there we go. In as part of the RPG Party crew that's... I can't actually tell that we're not, so let's put that in chat.
I mean, we can ask the
People can
chat
hear me,
if
right?
they can
My
hear
thing's
us.
not lighting up.
Hello, chat. Can you all
I can hear
hear
you, Quinn.
everyone talking by chance? Just want to make sure everyone's mics are working.
Hello. We should all be like Pokemon and say our own names, and then they can tell us like whose name they didn't hear.
Or we could just saying this for the longest
Benny!
For the longest time.
30 seconds in and we already degraded everything.
I'm still like playing around with my lights to figure out what kind of blinding color I want on my face.
There you go.
What is your Pokemon type?
Can you just have it slowly cycle through all of them?
I can. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. What is that? Is this cycling? We'll figure out in like a few seconds, I guess.
Okay, sweet. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
So I think we should be all set. All right, everybody. Well, hello and welcome to the RPG Party finale stream. Quick shout out. My name's Cam. I'm for Gamefound, and this is my personal hobby channel where I like to share all kinds of fun, cool TTRPGs and board games and fun hobby nerdy stuff of all kinds. It's kind of like my little secret nerd corner, so welcome. Also, I work for Gamefound, which I don't usually share too much on the channel, but we've been trying to do a whole bunch of promos and such, and so it's been really fun to share that as part of this too. But that is enough for me. We're here to celebrate the RPG Party. If y'all haven't heard, it's a whole bunch of really cool indie tabletop role-playing game projects live on Gamefound for the next hour. They're all coming to the end here. One I want to draw some special attention to is Twilight Sun. They are at 75% funded with an hour to go, and it would be amazing if you could go check them out and get them across that line. But that's enough for me. Do you want to do a little roundtable introduction and maybe a quick pitch intro about your projects for who we have in attendance? Maybe just going from my camera here. Yanni, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, 100%. I'm Yanni. I did work on Ambition. That's my game. Ambition is really, really ambitious. It's a psychological Taoist fantasy tarot tactics tabletop RPG with 3 modes of play, a bountiful amount of player options, and like 2 400-page books. It's a lot. It was a lot getting prepared for crowdfunding something so big, especially as my first time crowdfunding experience. And we had a very ambitious goal, and we blew past it. We ran out of road. We just hit like our final stretch goal. I don't have anything left in the tank to put up there. So it's been absolutely incredible. And without this opportunity and without, the help from the rest of the RPG Party contestants and Cam, I would have never been able to do like any of this, really.
It's so stoked to have you aboard, man. As a quick aside, when I was traveling to Essen and a little bit of Austria afterwards, I don't know why, but there's a Canadian bank which I saw a whole bunch of ads all about ambition, and also a targeted YouTube ad all about ambition. It was just following me across the globe. It was amazing. Quinn, do you want to take us in next?
Sure. I'm Quinn. I'm the creator of Heliosail, which is a solarpunk space pirate adventure RPG. It runs on 8-sided dice, so it's a completely different system than kind of your standard D20, but the actual gameplay is pretty familiar in that it's an adventure format. And yeah, I just hit my funding goal. I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before, so right close up the end there. And we are about $500 away from hitting our first stretch goal, which would be amazing if we could. So we'll just see what happens with that.
Yes, Art Nouveau, not Art Deco.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, as far as Benny, do you want to go next?
Sure. I'm Benny. I'm known professionally as the Chaotic Stupid Game Master. I'm a full-time game master and hoping to become a full-time game designer. I made Start. Start is a D20 and tarot-based science fiction tabletop role-playing game where you play as one of 9 different species who've been thrust into a completely new galaxy, where, as it turns out, the stars form constellations that align mysteriously to the 22 major arcana of the tarot that we know and love. So you kind of have to navigate their whims and tell your own adventure in this new world. And yeah, Start is completely done and will be out very soon. Probably we're looking at June next year for it to be out. Yep, check it out with the rest of the projects as well. And if you like physics, it's got a physics-based space combat simulation built into the game. So check that out too. I just put a video out on it yesterday.
Heck yeah, awesome. Rob, do you want to introduce
Benny? Benny, I swear to God, I thought your game was pronounced Stero this entire time.
Me too.
Like I was almost 100% sure it was that.
So my team, every person in my team pronounces the name of the game differently. I've heard Stero, I've heard Starot, I've heard Staro, I've heard Sterot, I've heard everything.
Starot
And to
goes
me,
hard.
everything's canon. I pronounce it Starot, but you know, everything's canon.
Good stuff. Rob, do you want to introduce your project and Moonwitch, which recently funded, which is very, very exciting?
Yeah, thanks, Cam. Yeah, I'm Rob. I'm the creator of Moonwitch. I've been role-playing for 30 plus years, and I wanted to see if I could put all that experience into something that I would like to play on the market. So I did Moonwitch, and as Cam said, we just funded a few days ago. We're a little bit away from the next stretch goal, but like Quinn says, anything's possible the next hour or so. Hopefully we'll get there, and we'll have an adventure to go with the core book as well. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be a fantastic jumping in point there. Moonwitch gives me so much vibes of, I used to have this ginormous like hallway heater that I used to read books on as a kid, and Redwall was absolutely #1 then, and the Redwall vibes are immaculate.
Yeah, I hadn't read Redwall when I started. My partner is quite big into reading. He's got lots of books. Gave me her copy of Redwall to read, and I was actually, it was quite very close to what I'm doing.
Awesome.
But yeah, Redwall's good. A good sort of comparison, I think.
Heck yeah. Laura, how about Sewer Sanctuary?
Yeah, hey, I'm Laura. I'm a designer and creator of Sewer Sanctuary. Sewer Sanctuary is a ready-to-play short adventure, a sword and song adventure, where you explore an underground temple and you uncover kind of the ancient connection between melody and magic within that temple. It's very rules light. It's based on a D6 system. All the system and all the rules are basically included in that adventure, so it's very beginner friendly to have everything you need to play for the game. And it also has a duo mode for playing with just 2 people, so a DM and a player. And I'm absolutely excited to have funded, and even more excited to bring this project to life once the crowdfunding now is coming to an end and starting to basically put the last content pieces together and actually produce a physical version of it.
Awesome. Okay, Alex, how about you take it away here too, and I'm going to see if I can get rid of the Teams notification that's popped up.
Yeah, hi, I'm Alex, or Shunitu, or Akio, as some of you may know me. I should have practiced an elevator pitch. I forgot. Dreams of No Sleep. I'm making that one. It's a fantasy TTRPG. It's, you roll a lot of dice, and there's cards on it, so it feels a little bit like gambling in a sense. And yeah.
Hey, that's beautiful. We've got the project scrolling behind you here too. So big takeaway here is freaking stunning art, really, really cool setting, and so many like imaginative, wild character options. Yeah, gambling, money, hustle, fun. Also, huge shout outs to the video you put together. Was really glad we were able to share that in the official blog the other day, and that was absolute gold. I share that with my wife and brother-in-law, who enjoy the tabletop scene, but not nearly to the same degree as me, and they also thought it was an absolute treat. So you're doing good when you connect with the people outside of the space as well.
Also, he's got the most unique pledge level names as well.
And the best stretch goal art.
Yes.
Yeah, the best stretch goal card. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna show off that some stretch goal art really quick because it is absolutely fantastic. Also, I hope so bad we're running really short on time for the campaigns, but the skill cards I would absolutely love for those to be released. Okay, let's see if we can go and bring this up a little bit. Look at these works of art. Also, printable battle map sounds awesome too. Also, was it Mariah Carey that you had in the live play that you did?
Yes, it's a combination between the classic Final Fantasy, like Shiva with Mariah Carey. So I will release that as a boss at some point. It's like a side thing.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, a lot of people here on the stream they played it.
Shiva Carey.
I couldn't kill them, but I almost did.
Oh, close. That's always the best then. All right. How about things juggled around. Dean, do you want to go next?
Sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Dean. I'm making Trenchcoat Raccoons, which is it's a thing. It's chaotic. It's awesome. I love that I'm getting the chance to work on it. We hit every stretch goal, which allowed me to take what started as an 80-page game and make it to almost 140 pages, and also 4 additional play styles. Like instead of raccoons, we have kids, kobolds, bees, and parts of combining mecha. And I'm so excited of making every rule I had not put in the main game be used for something else. It's been awesome so far, and it's like a fever dream. I've been saying that all throughout last month, and I still can't believe it's ending. And maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and it was all a dream. Who knows?
Dream of no sleep, perhaps.
No sleep is the theme of the last 5 months for sure.
This joke has been going on for so long.
Yeah, it has. But it's so true.
Yeah, as it should. And we can get into that a little bit here soon too. But as far as who we have in attendance here too, last but certainly not least, Nick, do you want to take us away here as well?
Hi, my name is Nick. I do all my art and publish stuff under the name Chain Assembly. And my game for the RPG Party is called Lies by Omission. That's the name of the core rulebook and the core set. And as part of the campaign, I'm also funding L'Isola Lacrime, which is the first campaign setting using the rule set. The whole game is inspired by Italian Gothic horror called Giallo films, if you're familiar with those. The director is the game master, and they have control over all these weird people who live in this town, and the players represent people who find themselves in this like island or this town or this village for whatever reason. And the game is very investigative. The players will be moving around from location to location, using their communication skills, their violence skills to get information out of people, or investigation to break into houses and find clues and stuff. I just a couple minutes ago I hit my last stretch goal, so
woo, congratulations.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Also, like, there's a whole bunch of amazing artists and designers present in the crew. Huge shout outs to everybody. I probably should have done this for every project ahead of time as well. But look at this. Like, for one, the value proposition, but also like that collector's box and everything included for $66 USD is freaking wild.
I wanted to have the collector's box be like those old metal cans that you would carry like film reels in, but that got way too expensive when I started pricing that out, and I'm like, okay, let's just do a cool looking box that opens at a weird diagonal, and I'm happy with that.
Heck yeah, rightfully so. It looks so cool. And so
Thank
for
you.
anyone watching, this is also a little bit less than half of all the projects in the party. We had, I think, or have, I should say, things aren't wrapped up yet, 22 in total. We're looking like 18 are going to fund, which is incredibly exciting. Also feel for those who might not make it, but this isn't the end. Relaunches and carrying forward is really important there too. Again, shout out to, we didn't actually look at it, so let's go ahead and pull it up here. Twilight Sun, who is at 75% funded still, only needs $1,000 to reach the goal. And having spoken with Fibs personally on multiple occasions, I know for a fact that they can deliver with that goal too. So it's a very low risk on backing that one as well. So what is Twilight Sun? We'll do a really quick pitch for Fibs because he's not here. Twilight Sun is a tabletop role-playing game of personal struggle, poetic horror, and the long, painful climb towards godhood. So think Frankenstein, think Van Helsing, think Angels and Demons, all kinds of really fun stuff with some mature storytelling aspects there too. And I think maybe the best use of like stock assets out of the entire RPG party. Like I feel leveraging stock assets in this space is not that niche, but like really cool when it's well done. And yeah, so just an example of some of the spreads from the books here are really pretty. So yeah, if that sounds interesting, a little bit of gothic RPG action, definitely go check it out. And as a quick little scroll, again, for the folks that aren't here, this is all of the projects on offer. So there's a whole bunch of really cool ones for sure. For folks watching too, definitely feel free to hop in with any questions for the folks that are here or questions on other projects. We're happy to jump in and answer anything that we can. And Tama time, 110% agree. Before we jumped on the actual stream, I was joking of over the last hour and a half, like don't check the logs of backing because I unbacked Switch pledges like a dozen different times, trying to utilize the disposable income to the fullest. So I feel you, that's for sure. Okay, and as far as we got about 40 minutes left until the countdown runs down. How's everyone felt about the event on the whole? Laura, you and I were talking about it a little bit earlier. Definitely a sprint, probably since we started working together in the spring. But yeah, any highlights or takeaways anyone wants to share?
I think this is like the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. Prolonged month by month. I think pretty much since June, it's been like busiest month of my life. Welcome, then busiest month of my life, and it just kept getting busier. But I think because of that as well, like I described it when I learned that I won RPG Party because I submitted 2 projects. I submitted a small 40-page zine called Fragmented Memories that was completely done and I was just looking to print. And then I submitted Ambition, my partially complete 800-page Heartbreaker fantasy game. And I'm like, oh, I won. I won with my small little zine. And then this madman, Cam, was like, no, you won with your humongous game. And since then, it's felt like forward momentum, like a baseball bat to the head. And because of that, I was able to learn a lot, grow a lot, pick up a bunch of skills I didn't have. I don't think without this opportunity, I would have ever been as prepared as I am to run and follow through on something like this. And also, I just made so much art in between now, and I'm so excited to return to working on my game.
Yeah, the pace of learning has just been astronomical.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to piggyback off of something that Yanni just said, because as you mentioned, you submitted 2 projects at very different levels of completion, right? And I do want to highlight that I think a hallmark of success of the RPG Party is the fact that we've had a bunch of different projects at different stages of development, from very early alpha to like basically completed, like Quinn's or mine, and like talking about like projects about halfway through, like Yanni's, and still the RPG Party has provided positive, like good value add to almost every project, in fact every project, to the point where the vast majority have now funded. I think is a hallmark to the success of this campaign that you've put on, Cam and team. And I do want to say that I would be remiss to not mention that fact, the fact that you were able to take such a wide variety of creators and their projects and still provide some value to them through this effectively incubator is honestly an insane feat. So well done on that front.
Oh man, that means the world. Like I think we've all talked about this to varying degrees too, but like I think one of my favorite parts about the whole thing has been the community. Like Laura, you and I were talking about this earlier today. of like when the Discord group is put together and everything. In the back of my mind, I was like, I really hope this turns into like a community vibe, and could not be more happy with how all that aspect's gone for sure. So thank you so much.
I think also
Awesome.
it's been great doing this with 20 people in the same boat. Having these guys to talk to about issues that are coming up, or anxieties, or creativity, or art direction, or graphic design has been invaluable, really, for me. Having all of you to talk to about this project as we've been going through it, and I'm going to miss this, I think.
Well, that was
Yeah,
something we're
yeah.
talking about a little off stream too. Is like how, in my experience with different writing groups and such, alumni groups are a struggle to actually keep together, and so probably keep the Discord as is, just so it doesn't like get fragmented in some way. But yeah, so carrying this group forward is going to be really important for sure. Also, Marketh Cornwall, any other TTRPG interests that you'd be curious about? Happy to point you in the direction of some of the other projects if you like. And heck yes to the shouts outs to Heliosale. So stoked to see the project across the funding line too.
I think my favorite part of having been in RPG Party is being able to meet all of you and chat about our projects as we develop stuff. Because like I've done multiple Kickstarters, but every time I do it, I'm doing it in a vacuum, really. So I don't have anyone to bounce ideas off of, and I don't see other people. And like seeing how the sausage is made is something that's like really valuable to be a part of, to watch it all get developed in real time. So it's been great seeing you all come up with your ads, talk about the ad results, the ROAS, coming up with all of our pledge levels. It's been really fun bouncing all these ideas all over the place. And
Yeah,
I think we are
definitely-
going to keep chatting. Once the Gamefound project ends, we're still going to be chatting about like manufacturing and distribution and import fees and all these things. So it's not like it's over. It's just part 1 of 10 is over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
putting it absolutely perfectly.
Yeah,
I
no,
also
I,
think we should do some collaborations as well, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
On that too, speaking of collaborations, with Dean and Shivanitsu, we're doing crossover fables, and then we're also writing heists for Trenchcoat Raccoons and scenarios for Dreams of No Sleep. That was such an awesome opportunity that came just because of RPG Party. Dean originally reached out to me after watching the Ambition playtest and was like, I have stories I want to tell in your game. And we put something together, and it was just so amazing to collaborate with other designers in this way. And even if it had to like go up last minute and it was like a very crunch to get it together, I'm so happy that we were able to. It was so amazing.
Also, having everyone be here has really, for myself at least, has pushed my project a lot further than I originally was. I was scared to push it as much as I pushed it. If you all weren't here, I wouldn't know that it was possible. I wouldn't know how to do it, and I wouldn't have the courage to trust myself to push it to that limit. And now it's gonna be the best possible version it could ever be, and that's only because of the community that happened here, and everything on top of that is only because I was surrounded by so many incredibly creative people for the last 5 months. I'm definitely gonna miss it, but I will do my best. I will fight tooth and nail for that chat to never die out.
Heck yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you guys
same
aren't getting
way.
rid of me, so get used to me.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, like, even if Gamefound kicks us out, we'll make our own server with Blackjack and anyone. I'm gonna
Heck yeah.
I feel like that's just dated how old most of us are. The fact that y'all found that funny. I mean, like,
Yes.
we're dinosaurs, guys.
I'm okay with it.
Oh yeah, I've
But yeah,
definitely come to terms with my waning youth.
I've been old since the day I was born, so I'm just growing into myself.
There was
Who
there
else
was the day
signed
of your
up for
spiel.
Endgame?
What was that, Nick?
I think
Was that about Endgame?
Sorry, I was asking who else has Endgame on their project.
I have
I
a game
do.
on my project.
I do.
I don't know
understand it, but I
if
have
it
it.
will make any difference, but it's there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'll be
okay.
really
Yeah.
curious how it
Is
works
that
out with so
something
many
you did,
projects. But it will
Yeah,
be
because we've
interesting.
got endgame on so many projects. I don't
You know
really
what?
think it's gonna make that much
It's
of a
so
difference.
funny. We're doing an endgame battle royale, the last RPG party project
Oh.
standing. Yeah, it gets all of the
I-
money.
That team's gonna win. Yeti, there's no
Well,
competition
sorry.
here.
Mythworks
It's
will
gonna be
just
you
live
or
with
Waltzy.
everything.
Yeah, I feel like I don't get pledges like close enough together in time for Endgame to really matter at all, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. It's
You know,
still half an hour.
you know what we're gonna do is if any RPG party project is like continuously like beating endgame for like one of the big players, what we're gonna do is that we're all gonna take turns to like pledge to that project and cancel and pledge to the project and
Oh,
cancel
that
just to
doesn't
keep
work.
it alive.
I
It doesn't work.
That doesn't work. No, I saw Julia confirmed it in some comment that you can only extend it once per account.
All right, somebody
Well,
get on
there's 22
making
of us.
about 100 accounts.
That is true.
We can game the system, guys.
There was actually, I can't remember which
Yeah,
board game it was
just
for.
don't let
but...
anyone from Gamefound know our plans.
No, go
Yeah,
for it.
Cam,
Like,
keep it
speak
under
it as the
wraps,
Gamefound
okay?
guy. That's
Yeah.
fine. There was I can't remember the name of the project, but there
Okay.
was one of the first endgame, one of the first bigger ones or whatever. The backer community actually made an Excel sheet to like figure out when to to add
Are
funds
you
to the
kidding
files.
me? That's amazing.
Oh, Arluza, that's such a good point. I might be able to do that now, actually. Let's see. Just a comment about
I
putting
got
a
you.
link to the actual RPG party
Yeah, putting a link in the
in
stream description.
the description.
While we're waiting for the link, by the way, if you just go to the Gamefound's website, there is a mid-roll banner about the RPG party. You can click on that, and then that will send you to all 22 projects. So do check that out as well.
Yes, good shout out there for sure. Okay, let's see if I can get this here in the meantime too.
Hey,
I'll put
Tony's
a
in the
link
chat. Hi, Tony.
Also coming back to the RPG party, I think we all learned a lot from each other, but also just having the peace of mind for seeing each other going through the same challenges is just like that kind of peace of mind that it gives you to move on and move over your own challenges is like a big deal. And I think also I would have not pushed myself enough to like it is stressful, but it also gives you the push you kind of need for your first campaign to really go through with this with the quality and the intensity needed in a way.
Also, I find that like helping all of you solve problems that you guys had really helped me think about my own decisions in a better way. Because it's like, even if it wasn't my issue that was being worked on, we would all throw ideas out. And I just, that and seeing how people like make their decision processes, it was really good to have expert advice, but I think just being able to watch how other people in my same position are like walking through how they make which choices. I think that was really valuable. I think my sentence fell apart there, but
No, that was
No, but-
spot on.
Yeah, 1000% agree.
Also, what Dean said before, like pushing the quality, I wouldn't have gone for, I think, that much, not necessarily quality, but let's say the final deliverables that I had planned would have been totally different. But like, yeah, I think we pushed each other as well in terms of quality and what we want to achieve and what we actually can achieve. And so we did.
Yeah, and even for some of the folks who like struggled a little bit through the mid campaign and were able to fund, so like Quinn and Rob, this is like kind of perfect for you both. Like being able to leverage ideas of what worked for other people and pivot partway through worked really, really well too. And like that wouldn't have otherwise happened if the community aspect wasn't there. So great to see that. Out of curiosity for everyone as well, like we had a whole bunch of workshops throughout the process too. Did anyone have any like favorite workshops or guest speakers or like favorite nuggets of info that that was shared?
honestly, I think my favorite was the one that we had that was about what to do after the campaign and talking about like how to leverage late pledge and pledge manager and those sorts of things, which are not phases that I had thought about at all. And that one really surprised me because of all the workshops just going by title alone. I expected that one to be one that I would like be the least interested in. But I think that one was the most valuable for me.
Yeah,
agree.
I wanted to
That
say
was
that
the
one
best
too
one.
because I liked Zach's idea in that about using the pledge manager as an opportunity to sell PDFs from other people's games at
Yeah.
like a commission sale. that are thematically related to your own. Because I mean, he's
Yeah.
run Kickstarter projects for me in the past, and I forgot that he did that on my Pledge Manager and Backer kit back then.
There were a lot of workshops that were covering a wide range. Like some of them were for very big project campaigns, and some of them were more mid-range. The post sales workshop was universally applicable to everyone, and just amazing information from people that are actively doing it in a mid to upper range level. So it was definitely the most valuable. But the first ones, even though like we had the workshop with Magpie, with their scale is untouchable for us at this point, but it really helped open my mind to what this industry is behind the scenes. Because up until now I was just going in blind, filling my way up walls, had no idea what was happening. So it was very scary at first to scale that to my needs, but it also helped me understand what is possible and have a little more belief in what can be done.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
absolutely agree.
The
That
steal of
one
I
praise
is
from
agree with
very
that as
good.
well.
the steal of
Sorry.
praise from Yanni, reach from heaven from underneath. It's applicable across the board, I would say.
I mean,
There
open
was a
the
good
sun
mantra
and
in that
reach
one.
to it.
Yeah, the Magpie one too. So much useful information in that talk. It was also like absolutely horrifying coming out of that talk and figuring out what I needed to do and how to contextualize that information after. But now that like we've gone through so much of this process, it's so much easier to use that information. And it's such an incredibly useful amount of information too. But yeah, it was equally parts informative as it was horrifying.
Yeah,
There
I
were
think
two things specifically. Sorry, there were two things specifically that still haunt me and at the same time are very relieving. One was like they were talking, well, maybe it's a 100K campaign, maybe it's a failure and it's a 10,000K, and I was like, these guys think 10K is a failure. So,
Yeah.
and the other part was they said like a mantra, this is not gonna be your last game. And I'm thinking of tattooing that somewhere so I can see it every time, because it works both as hyping up for whatever is coming next and keeping yourself not falling into any kind of sad place when things are not going your way. So
yeah,
these two things have really stuck with me through the months for both horrifying and better, less horrifying reasons.
Love it.
Was
Get
it
it
the
tattooed like
wanna-
down your forearm.
was it the
I
Magpie
wanna
Until my
add
skin
on.
gets bad.
No,
Sorry.
man, Rob, you go first.
Was it the Magpie Games workshop where there was a mantra in that, and that's a very good mantra. But the mantra that one I took away is one update will not make or break your campaign. And I always have a bit of anxiety about if I post this, what if it's taken the wrong way? What if this update loses me a load of backers? And I keep remembering that and just pressing publish anyway, hoping it all goes well. And I think knowing that one bad update or one good update is not necessarily going to make your campaign, you just got to keep updating.
Yeah, I want to add on to what everybody is saying as well, but also want to talk about the time frame in which we had the Magpie workshop, because Magpie was one of the earliest workshops that we had. In fact, it was the second one right after Longpack. Now, Longpack was excellent because for a lot of us at that point in time, it's kind of exactly what we needed. We needed to know how much does it cost us to bring this project to fruition, and Longpack kind of really laid that bare for us and helped us kind of understand what goes into production and what goes into making a product, right? With Magpie, at the point in time that we had the workshop, I have to say that I didn't appreciate it as much as I do right now, because at that point in time, it was more of a source of anxiety. But the thing is that as we moved forward through the stages of crowdfunding, as we moved forward through getting followers, as we moved forward through doing our pre-launch updates and then launch and then post-launch updates, every single piece of information that Magpie has imparted to us from that one workshop started to make a lot more sense. Now, does that mean that it would have been better for us to have that workshop later? I don't think so. I think it was the right time, because the thing is that it really was one of those things where it's a wine that aged very beautifully, to the point where right now I look back at the workshop, I'm like, wow, they they knew this shit, right? I mean, obviously the skills are different, the skills that are involved are different, but being able to have that perspective of someone who's done this a bunch of times, what Rob said about this is not your last game, right? At the point in time that we had that workshop, and also very much for a while after, my intention was always Start is my make or break as a creator. But getting that mindset to change only really came with time and understanding what Magpie was saying, as I saw all 22 campaigns develop, as I see, what's happening with every other campaign right now, like how in the middle, we pivoted with Start, Broad pivoted, Quinn pivoted, and then you see like, okay, what happens if this pivot doesn't work out? Do you just give up? But you're a creative. It's core to you. Don't think about this as your last game. Was really, really instrumental as well.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And I think with Magpie, like, yeah, it was just because of the scale. I know that really intimidated me, and I couldn't, at the time, I just didn't have enough experience or enough knowledge about how any of this worked to apply something that was being done at that large of a scale to me in my bedroom. And now that I'm kind of at the other end of it, like that knowledge did come, just to echo like what Benny was saying, like, and it proved to be so valuable. But it was just a little bit unapproachable right out of the gate, especially as a first timer.
Heck yeah. Speaking of like little nuggets of information that stuck out, when we had Michael from Dragonaut Press talk about using the platform a little bit, but also just talking about art and stuff. It was, or like visuals on the campaign page and how to structure that. I almost want to get this tattooed. I can't remember the exact phrasing, but it was just a throwaway line. It wasn't something that he had like written out or anything, but it was right before like crowdfunding was going to start, and it was to paraphrase, like, accept it with its flaws and full send anyway. It was just like, it just stuck in my head so beautifully.
It's a good one.
Also,
Yeah, for
I have
sure.
to say, Nick being in the chat kind of was its own workshop for like the first part of the campaign
Yeah,
before
100%.
True.
Thank you.
because
I was
he
gonna say,
would be
when's your book
going
on
out like,
crowdfunding out?
Very kind.
I did this, and I'll be like, oh, that's how it works. I can work with that. So
The
I'm
Raccoon Man
very
speaks the
grateful
truth.
for you being so open with your process.
Thank you.
I also always had my Nick reference sheets next to my Google Sheets, and it's like, okay, this we're doing it like this.
Yeah, I think there was at least 3 times Nick where I DM'd you and was like, hey, are you okay if I put that in the resource tab?
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
I don't know
Appreciate that.
that the Google Sheet thing worked out for me, because I have, I think, 4 in different styles, and I just kind of ended up using all 4 of them, even though it was the same information, because like one layout works better for one thing and another layout works better when I'm thinking about something else. And I'm like, this is a mess. I can't repeat this for my next project. Like, I need something more streamlined.
Heck yeah. And we were down to, just under 20 minutes now. So does anyone have any stretch goals left that, so Yenny, you've reached your last one. Nick, you've reached yours. Dean, have you already reached your last stretch goal as well?
Oh, yeah. I'm only going to internal stretch goals now. I'm gonna see how much money is left, and I'll do the best things I can. So that's why I haven't committed to anything yet. I want to play test stuff. I want to reach out for quotes. I'll do the best I can with anything I get, but officially we have reached everything, and like we have 550 almost raccoons. If you can't do anything without those kinds of numbers, I don't know who could.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Quinn, how far off is the first stretch goal for you? And for Benny, you too.
It's about at the same spot, so yeah, I'm still a little over $500 away from my stretch goal.
I am. I haven't looked at the Gamefound page, but my first stretch goal is 6,000, and I think I'm right around 5,000 right now too.
Yeah, looks like you're just over 5. Okay, well, we shall see. Who knows what'll happen in the last 20 here. Also,
Okay, I'm over 5. I did not realize that. Okay, awesome.
Just over here. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm sure this has been the same across the board, but the amount of time that I've spent just daily refreshing campaign pages instead of doing things that I probably should be doing is very high.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, there was a point in time where Heliosale was almost funded, and I was refreshing it like every 3 minutes because it was like 94, 95, 96,
Yeah.
97, 98, 99. I was like, this is some kind of edging, and I'm not here for it. But at the same time, I need this to fund.
Mhm.
I think
Tony,
I'll
last
just be
stretch goal by
refreshing
pizza.
every
Awesome.
page. From now on, every page I go to will be just refresh, 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 and then look at what I'm going for.
Yeah.
DDoS game found.
I did want to shout out some of the folks at the bottom here who are not likely to fund this time because there's still some amazing projects there. It was something we're talking a little bit internally and in the group as well. If like having all of the projects launch at the same time ended up being a detriment to some folks, and I think it probably did to a degree, but I don't know if it makes sense to have it more of an open release if we're able to do this again in the future. But big shout out to Strangers on the Nets, Providence City Punks, Punk Fried Chicken, and also Mutant Annie as well. And Made Escape, but they'll be coming back in other means in the future. Amazing projects, and regardless of if they get across the funding in this campaign, there's always the next relaunches are really powerful tools. And I know some of these folks had stuff going on in personal lives that led to not being able to dedicate as much time as they would have liked. So definitely worth following, regardless of if these ones are able to fund this time.
I also want to give a shout out to piggyback off of that to Soulsfood as well. Soulsfood wasn't able to launch with the rest of us due to various reasons. Not super important, but they will be launching soon. So go ahead and check them out when they launch as well.
Yes, let's pull up Soulsfood.
I also want to say that there was something really, really incredible about the selection that we got to launch with. I think it was really cool that there's 3 tarot games in this launch roster. That's super awesome. I like last November when I wrote Heir of Swords, I was like, there's so much cool stuff that can be done with tarot, and I want to see more of it. And then in RPG Party, I'm like, whoa, there's so much cool things being done with tarot. I'm so excited to see all of it. And then same with also me, Dean, and Fibs, just having 3 Greek content creators was like so awesome. So it was so cool to be able to launch alongside other people from Greece. That was really, really cool. There's a lot of like awesome diversity, a lot of cool projects, a lot of different scales of projects. It's been super awesome.
Yeah, that was. I think I've shared this on a few different public spaces, but for Gamefound, I was the main reviewer, and like going through and reviewing all the projects was like such a treat. It was 16 hours straight, basically. I dedicated 2 full days to reviewing them all. We had 217 projects submitted, and yeah, like the scope and like breadth of what was on offer was so cool to see. And I think there was only like out of the 217, there was maybe like 3 that weren't like applicable. Like someone had submitted a video game that wanted to raise millions of dollars and stuff like that. So no shame there. Like you go for it. That's awesome. But like wrong submission kind of thing. So there's only a few of those, which is great. So yeah, going through them all was awesome, and it was so much fun, and also a challenge being like, okay, so both these projects are fantastic, but they also are both in kind of similar veins. Like how do we go about like picking just one of the 2? And for the 3 tarot projects, that like didn't really happen because, like as you say, there's a whole bunch of ways to use that as a mechanic, and the projects were so distinct too.
Yeah, and I think we had this conversation in Spiel when we met, where I was talking about the selection of the projects that you guys did. Because one of the concerns before we meet everybody else is like, hey, are we all really going to launch at the same time? And does that mean that we're going to have any cannibalistic competition, right? But I think that you really nailed getting a whole selection of projects that feel so unique to the point where none of us felt any, at least as far as I know, none of us felt any kind of apprehension of working with each other and promoting each other, because everyone's unique in their own right, and we can still find comps, we can still find common ground with which to market each other's projects. But it never felt like I'm competing with the other tarot projects. It never felt like I'm competing with Heliosale, which is the only other sci-fi-ish project, right? It never felt like that. It always felt like people who are going to be interested in one of these projects are probably going to be interested in all of them. I'm going to want to support all of them, right? And I think that was a masterclass in selection.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure, I agree. And I've been saying that for months, but the TTRPG community, both in the creator and the player consumer side, is fantastic and never ceases to amaze me. The fact that there are so many wonderful projects with only valuable overlap, and I also never felt we were competing in any way between us. That is fantastic.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
fully
for
agree.
I like
sure.
how Tony's being just a little bit toxic in chat, being never competing, just dominating.
Yeah, that's the battle royale, the end game battle
Well, we
royale.
can
That's what we're all
compete with
preparing
Tony
for.
if he wants to.
No, listen, we're all about to compete with our freaking end games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we'll be in with a last minute twist from Gamefound where this is actually a what's that Katniss Evermoon? What's that book? Not Twilight's Hunger Games. This is the Hunger Games style where winner takes all. One project's getting all the funding.
Oh God.
You know, that would genuinely be a little entertaining. It'd be toxic as all hell, but it'll be entertaining.
Yeah,
To be
that would
honest-
make numbers as a reality TV. Let's put us in a home, see us develop, and final thing. And we don't know
it's
it.
like
We learn it plus days.
To be
it's
honest,
like
knowing
Shark
this group,
Tank, but it's actually Sharks, and the last one gets all the money.
to be honest, knowing this group, I feel like we'd be trying to give the money to each other. It's like, no, I'm gonna step aside. You do it.
Yeah, and speaking of that too, like part of the going to conventions and such and being able to meet some folks in person has been so fantastic, and being able to take various materials and promote people has been so much fun, and also like the sharing of materials to be able to do so has been awesome. Benny and Laura, so great to meet you both at Essence Spiel. Yanni, really excited to meet in person for the second time at PAX U, which is next week, which is insane. Let's see.
Andrew in chat, that's a fantastic suggestion. Andrew said, Cam, DM a game that combines everyone's system and make it PvP, and the winner will take it all. I agree. You got to run the 23 person game using all of our systems, and you have to pit us against each other.
Okay.
You pull out one
Probably
tarot
one
card and 3
system.
different effects resolve.
There's
So-
probably one system that dominates by default. Like I know I'm rules light. I allow everything. That's not fair.
So like Dreams of Raccoons from Underneath the Sewer? Maybe the pitch name?
Dreams of Sewer Raccoons, though, would be an absolutely banger game.
Oh wow.
Dreams of
is
Sewer
fantastic.
Raccoon is crazy work.
Wow.
Sewer Raccoon's Dreams of Ambition.
Wow.
I'll follow up with you there, Tony. We'll make that happen for sure.
Man, I really want to be at PAX Unplugged, but I can't afford that after Germany.
I wish I could too. I'd love to meet all of you guys in person. Hopefully
Why
at some
didn't you
point
come
it
to
will
Germany, Dean?
happen. I did not have any money. I have no money now. Everything I did, it's used. My remaining balance will be used to fund the stretch pay for your guys' games. And I'll see. I'll live from the kindness of my friends till the end of the month, and then we'll slowly build up again.
I know. I was trying
Oh,
to get. I was
Yeah, go
trying to
on.
go to PAX Unplugged, but in the end, I decided it made more sense for me to put the small amount of money I do have to go to Genghis Con, which is my like local convention. So I'm gonna do that instead, but I don't think that's till like February or something. So
Hey, just around the corner. That'll come up soon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where is Genghis Con, by the way? And that the name is so good.
Denver.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We're in our
be
last
at
10 minutes.
the-
Last 10 minutes. We can showcase
I'll be
all
at
of
the
different
Asian
games.
Board Games Festival next weekend, and I plan on like evangelizing all your games to everyone there. Although it's going to be in a weird spot because it's between when our campaign ends and before we can open pledge managers. So we'll see what kind of conversion we can get. Isn't PAX U also in that weird spot you were saying, Yanni?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
for the link pledges to open and everything.
Oh no, it's begun.
Oh
It's-
goodness.
The
It's
battle
begun.
royale has begun.
Why is Gamefound so intent when things end? Is it just because we are all together and no one tried this before with 20 projects? Every time I look at it, I get scared.
It does remind me a little bit of like what is it? So do you want to be a millionaire? Like when the lights go on and like everything dims out around, it's just you and the person asking you questions.
Oh wow!
The timer's going down.
Cool.
I think just as we're counting down here in the last 8 minutes, there's a whole bunch of personal stuff, so I'm going to keep it really light. But I think one of my favorite things, or favorite projects to see funded, is Under the Table by Musifire Games. They're someone who had a whole bunch of personal things come up at a launch, and yes, there it is, Benny. Thank you. And weren't able to devote nearly as much time as they would like ahead of launch, and persevered not only for themselves, but for someone very, very important to them. And to see them across the funding line is so, so special. So huge congrats to Musifire Games.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Brother, can you guys still hear me? Because I switched to a different device.
Yeah.
Yep, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's also fair to mention that the Under the Table creator is essentially role-playing royalty.
Is he?
He's done so much work in a lot of the games that have probably shaped our view of TTRPGs.
Yeah.
it's
he's-
insane.
Oh, you mean
Well, I mean,
yeah.
yeah, he did writing for like Vampire the Masquerade and all kinds of stuff. So
Star Wars,
yeah,
West
Actually,
End games, Star Wars, Vampire
knowing that, like-
Masquerade, Changeling, you name it, he's done it.
knowing that like he
And the
also had imposter syndrome with all of us was extremely humbling to me, because I'm like, I am literally just a little tiny baby. Like,
and
Yeah.
a big
I-
shout out to Rob for being an encyclopedia of all RPGs and actually figured that out, because we wouldn't know. But Rob apparently knows every RPG under the sun since the dawn of the sun, which is crazy.
I didn't think
I
it was
think it's
that much until
impressive.
somebody asked me to list them all. I listed them all on a Discord that I was invited to. I think it was the TTRPG dev, and I just kept going and going and going. And I was like, okay, I've played a lot of games.
I want to say that I'm impressed with all of you for whom this was your first crowdfunding project.
Mhm.
Because my first project was a coloring book. So like I started as easy and simple as possible. Coloring books, pins, sticker sets, and doing like a book production is a lot of work for your first project. So just know that your second one will feel like half as much work.
Yeah.
Oh, and also
Good.
on top of that, I'm never launching anything that is this scale like ever again. I don't think. I think I'm getting my one big book out, and I'm zine it up for the rest of my life. It's been
Yanni,
a
I don't
lot.
believe you.
Yeah, you
Hey,
can't say
hey,
that,
hey.
because if you voice that, then in 5 years you're gonna come back and be like, this time my game is 1,000 pages.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the reach for heaven underneath part. If I set up the narrative now, then it gets even cooler when I do it.
Also,
we have
Danny,
a
we're
reach-
all already anticipating Ambition Second Edition. What are you talking about?
My friends have nonstop
Reach,
jokes about
for
that's cool,
heaven
bro. But where's
from-
Ambition 2? And I'm like 30 years maybe.
We
Yeah.
want Reach for Heaven from Above next.
Reach for
Oh,
infinity from
true.
above, or something like that.
Oh my god, that's so
I like
good.
that.
Please do that.
That'd be so
Reach for
sick.
Heaven. Wait, hold on. What's the concept behind that? What are you reaching from?
It's basically
Oh,
like you're
Yanni will let
Icarus
us
and
know.
you're reaching for the unattainable. But you could do like reach for the underworld from above, or some like Nekia
Oh.
subconscious thing. You're trying to pull something out of the impossible. That would be cool too.
Oh, so
Ambitioner.
what you're saying is there's options for another big book.
There's always options for another Ambition too, okay? But not for
Okay,
a
so
while. Never, maybe.
That does bring me to a really interesting question, which is, what is everybody working on after this? Like, have you already thought about it? Have you not thought about it? Have you thought about it?
I have, but it's
Yeah.
2 years ahead. If I keep every schedule, I know what I'm gonna release in 2 years. Life happens. Who knows?
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
My
don't tell us
first
what it is,
two-
but give us a vibe.
Okay, it's Scooby-Doo as meets what's it called? Guitar Hero, a young band going around in a van.
That's so
Awesome.
rad.
That sounds
I've-
pretty awesome.
My-
I've been
That's
forced to
amazing.
think about my
Yeah.
my next project.
We'll
'cause
see.
During because
No,
during the crunch for this one, I had a whole Lancer campaign frame divinely revealed to me that I've already started working on, and that's eventually going to manifest itself probably tomorrow, actually, because I'm running it this weekend.
My first two Terror decks are out of print, so I'm going to be doing reprints on those. So it'll be
Nice.
third edition for the first one, second edition for the second.
Nice.
I'm gonna
I'm
be-
What about you?
Sorry.
I'm gonna be
No, you go
remaking.
ahead.
The very first game that I ever made was called Scorched, and it was like a card-based, kind of semi RPG, and it didn't. It really needs to be like a solo journaling game. So I think my next project is going to be like reimagining that as a solo game. Because it's quite clumsy. Like I just have it up for free in places because it was my very first game, you know.
Mhm.
But I'm really looking forward to revisiting that because I just loved the vibes. I made it like during all the wildfires that were happening in 2020, and some of those got quite close to where I lived at the time, and so it's all about like kind of exploring this semi-empty wasteland that's been touched by fire, and it's very inspired by the Myst games. So
Love that.
I was going to do either a squirrels in a trench coat homage. No, seriously,
Oh,
I
you
was
can
gonna
still
do-
come into the book. We have pages for extra writers if you want. You're
Brilliant.
invited.
Do one about trench coats living inside a squirrel.
Yeah, ooh, the inverse.
Or inside a
Ooh.
raccoon.
But I've got this kind of obsession now with doing a horror solo zine based on the life of a vampire in the 80s. I just don't know where it came from, but I feel that I need to get it down on paper.
Nice.
that sounds cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that sounds awesome.
Laura?
Laura, how about you?
I do have a lot on the shelves that I actually started before the whole RPG party announcement. One of them, I'm actually planning to release, let's say, a bit smaller TTRPG supplements. But one larger adventure or system that I still had in mind was building on the Sewer Sanctuary system, but then have it a bit more, let's say, abstract, not abstract, but more experimental and more creative in how the storytelling is done. And it's kind of being a mix of Alice in Wonderland and Stranger Things kind of vibes. So it's a fantasy world, but really a mix on real life versus like these two kind of worlds mixing together, kind of thing.
Oh,
That
that
sounds
sounds
awesome.
fantastic. And the way that you take inspiration and make it into your own thing is fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to whatever it is you're making after that.
Yeah, Laura, I'm so excited for whatever you work on after Sewer Sanctuary. I'm so excited for Sewer Sanctuary too. It's like I
Yeah.
just cannot
Yeah.
wait to get a physical of it.
I can't wait to get it as well. It's so good.
Yeah.
Rob, what were
Thanks.
you saying as well, or did you already respond?
Yeah,
Or you
I
go
did.
vampire.
I made a
right.
joke
It
about
was the-
squirrels in trench coats.
Oh
What
yeah,
about you,
yeah, you
Ben?
did.
Alex
well,
is missing, I
I'm-
think.
Yeah, Alex is missing. Alex, go first. I'll go after.
Yeah, this is like my first game, so I haven't thought about making a second one. But I do have like enough ideas that I could go for an expansion if it's like somewhat successful.
There you go.
Shiva Carey campaign book.
We're at like 5 seconds, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
begin the battle royale. Oh no.
Wait, are we actually at 5 seconds?
Yeah, now
I
we
mean, we
are
were
in
5
the
seconds
end
ago.
game.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, some people got
All right.
back.
Did
yay.
any?
Oh, hey Rob, you're
I
in.
have an end game somehow.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I can't see shit.
I was
Oh,
gonna
right, because
It looks like
do one
Rob's
of my stretch
in.
goals early if I got to 5,000, but thankfully I haven't.
Cool. You know
Wow.
what? That's
Thank
a
you,
pretty good spread. And surprisingly, Wild Sea was not in the cards for the end game.
Maybe they
oh wow,
didn't
I'm in
have it.
endgame too.
They might not have had enabled. That's true. Yeah. So we
There's
have
just shy of 1,000 people, which is crazy.
How do you
we
know it's
can-
an end
Now
game?
we can cross them.
Wait, I realized all the terror projects are in endgame.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I have
It
to
was-
reload the page.
We
It
should
was-
we
it
should
was
start
fake.
doing
It was
readings too. We should start doing readings
Yeah.
to figure out who's gonna survive.
Quick, who has their
My
tarot
deck
cards the
somewhere.
closest?
I got a deck right
it's
here.
over there, but I don't really want to get up to go get it. It's like on the other side of the table.
I've got the Dark Reflections deck right here.
Also, just
Nice.
it got lost in the chats, but for both Yanni and Tony, I don't know where it's at, but I know that we had a feature in the works of being able to enable late pledge sooner than 2 weeks. I have a feeling it got shoved behind everything to do with Indiegogo, but I'll check into the team because having it live for PAX would be
Oh my god,
fantastic.
please, Kim, if you get it live for PAX, you will be my hero. That would be so
Yeah,
nice.
if you-
Please.
If you get it live for PAX, I will give you something special in whatever I send you.
Oh, hey, I'm in the end.
Unnecessary. Like, I'll check with the team. I definitely can't make any guarantees, but I know it was in the works, so I'll check it and see where that's at.
I will make a
Does
Tam
bribery
tarot
work?
card.
Oh. No bribery though, please, especially not on stream. But we'll talk after.
I'm sorry, Alex. We interrupted what you were saying.
What was that?
You're fine. It's okay. The moment we heard 5 seconds, we all got distracted.
Yeah.
I love Alex's promo video that he did of some of the projects. It was really
Oh
good.
yeah.
Alex's video was one of the best things that happened during the whole
Yeah.
It was
It's
so
a
great.
marketing.
masterpiece.
I was up
It's
so
a
late.
Yeah.
doing that.
The
So
Vine vibes were
interesting.
so
I got skipped
Interesting
from
note.
so many media, but I'm so glad that I got in that video. It's like
Right.
accomplishments.
I'm very, very envious that I didn't get in the video.
I love that video so much. I also want to point out I was looking for the
one
projects
that you
that
play
didn't go
with-
into Endgame to congratulate people who have now fully crowdfunded. So, but I realized everybody here is in Endgame. But yeah, so from the top, Waltzy is done. You Will Die in This Place. Liz is done. Congratulations, Liz. Under the Table,
Congrats.
Siren's Oath. Magpie is done with Urban Shadows. Siren's Oath is also Wingshan. It's Wingshan, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And Under the Table, we were just talking about Pete being, RPG royalty.
Mhm.
Turn It Off. What was their name again?
Oh god, I should remember. I feel like it's Connor, but I don't think it's actually Connor. I'd have to double check.
Oh, whoops! I put myself on hold by scratching my head because that's a capacitive button on the side of my headphones. Sorry, what was the name of the person who did turn it off again?
Let me triple check. I feel like it's not what I think it is.
All right, Hendrik is done with Girls of the Jinziana Hotel. There is a heartbreak. Unfortunately, Twilight Sun did not fund with Phipps.
Mhm.
But I mean, we just had that conversation about how this isn't the end, and we move on to the next game, or maybe even Twilight Sun again and gets a second chance. But we'll definitely see what Phipps is up to after that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm really hoping to see Strangers on the Net come back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
That project is so cool.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah, that
mistaken.
was-
Well, wait, hold on. Waltzy is now in Endgame for some reason.
Oh,
Oh, right.
nice.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it takes
Yeah.
a second to update sometimes because I didn't show up as Endgame on my own screen at first, but now I am. So
We have
Yeah.
our first Endgame ping. Ambition has been funded in Endgame.
Oh, let's go! I'm taking you all down.
Yeah. Seems like it.
surprising no one.
Sheena in chat, you got the video when it was being made. Unreal. When that dropped in the Discord, I was like cry laughing watching it. It's just such gold.
The
Yeah.
ambition
So
part
funny.
of Akio's video is one of the funniest things I've seen. It was so perfect. It was
I
so
had
funny.
to fall from that ladder like 20 times to get the shot.
That's it. That's thematic. It's thematic.
Yeah, I know for Strangers on the Net. I don't think this will be the end. They've crowdfunded some stuff before, and it was too bad how this one went. And I know for a fact, like they worked their butts off to make the campaign as good as it could and did everything that they possibly could. And yeah, I feel like, and this is we're kind of talking about like it does having the big launch of everyone at the same time versus like something more staggered makes sense. But I think ultimately like being able to banner around a big launch is really strong and effective, and then also being able to do like a launch party and then like a finale party kind of like this too is really exciting as well. So it's tricky thing to discuss. But yeah, like the nostalgia in this. I was not a teenager in the 90s. I was much younger than that, so maybe I'm not as old as I actually think. But yeah, the nostalgia, unreal. Like all the chat rooms being off of elementary school, talking to crushes, too afraid and not really knowing how to do that. The nostalgia there is massive. So such a cool project.
Heliosail also got a hit in Endgame, but it was very early in Endgame. So Heliosail does have a bit of time over most of the other projects. Ambition has the most time right now.
Are you sure? I got Dreams of No Sleep at 8 minutes 20.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. No, that just showed up on my screen. It
Oh
just
yeah,
refreshed
Dreams
as
of
you
No
mentioned
Sleep
it.
came in clutch.
Woo, Battle Royale!
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
It continues.
This really is a battle royale.
It really is.
Hey, where are my
For
monster
sure.
fuckers? Go for start right now. uh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
no,
Alex. I know you were telling us about what you're working on after this, but I gotta admit, I was completely distracted by the 5 seconds bit. Do you mind telling us again?
It was. Well, I haven't thought about it. Probably just an expansion.
More
I think you
Oh,
should
right,
release
right,
more
right.
of those. I think you should release more of those videos.
Yes.
You should become a
That's your
YouTuber.
new
So
job.
long to edit.
How long did it take you?
I was up at like 6 a.m. trying to edit it, and then I gave up on it because I was going to add more people, but I ran out of ideas and I was running out of fumes. So I stopped there.
The early ideas had so much creative genius, you just couldn't keep it going.
Yeah.
So good.
It's fair. You have to
Ambition has
recharge
been
your brain.
refreshed.
Oh my god.
Ambition has been refreshed and is now in the lead.
We are we're
For
reaching
10
for heaven from
seconds.
underneath.
And the rest of us have 1 minute left
1 minute and 40 seconds ish, yeah.
and 40 seconds. It looks like it's a final 3.
I'm just glad to take
Yeah, it
part.
looks like it's gonna be Ambition, Dreams of No Sleep, and Heliosail.
Let's go.
I'm surprised Trenchcoat Raccoons isn't going away with this. I mean, there's still time.
Hey,
I think
There's
everybody
still
backed
time.
immediately on day one.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what the minions and the raccoons are doing.
You know, since we're in a live stream, I'm gonna call you out, Dean. So what happened on the first day is that Trenchcoat Raccoons funded instantly. And we were all on a group call. Dean wasn't there, and we were looking at his project page, and we realized that he had nothing on there. It was just an image and then stuff you could buy, and that was it. And he fully funded, and we were like, man, we put in so much effort into these really huge project pages. We put in so much effort into our campaigns, and look at Dean. He's just like showing us up, showing us how it's supposed to be done. He wakes up or comes back from work or whatever it is, and he's like, guys, I
No,
forgot
I
to
was
publish my
sleeping.
project page. Oh, you were sleeping. Guys, I forgot to publish my project page. Dude!
I went in. I was running on 36 hours of no sleep, and I wake up. I see
Sorry to interrupt
people
you.
in.
Trenchcoat Raccoons has refreshed. Wild Sea has refreshed.
ooh.
All right, go on.
And I start reading the comments. I'm like blown away by the response. And there's one comment. Are you gonna ship to the US? What's the estimates for that? I'm like, okay, they didn't see it. I start typing. I see another comment, couple comments down. I would like some estimates. I'm like, okay, I just answered that. Let's answer it again. Then I scroll down and see 2-3 comments like that. Then like, there's no way all of them missed my shipping estimates. And I go and I ask my friend, like, can you see it? Like, no. And then the horror starts falling on me. And I realized I had to click publish on all sections. I thought that was
Yeah.
Dean of No Sleep was exactly it. Just read that. And I spent like an hour trying to figure out an update, looking through my sketches to figure out something that is on theme. And it worked well, but I lost 10 years of my life at that moment.
All right. Lies by Omission, Sewer Sanctuary, Star, Moonwitch, Gnomes of Dickory, and in a few seconds, Heliosail. Campaigns are over.
Huge congrats, everybody.
We've
you.
made it to the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Heliosail was in the top 5 too.
Heliosail is
four.
now ended. Top 4.
Just ended.
The in order from shortest time to most time is Dreams of No Sleep, Ambition, Trenchcoat Raccoons, and Wild Sea.
I think it's not updated.
Yeah, I'm still refreshing like every few seconds to figure it out. But what I just said is still accurate according to my screen.
Same for me.
Wow, this is so unreal. We're almost done on phase 1. And that is the easy one. That is now the real work begins. Slowly, slowly.
Cam, how do you feel? We're ending.
How do I feel? I feel so excited for everybody. Like, this has been such a joy to be able to be a part of and put together. Laura and I were talking a little bit this morning, and like, it was one thing to be like the person sharing, oh, here's some information and trying to sound like official in the Discord and keep it professional and stuff. But to be like a part of the community instead of just like the person giving instructions and such, and like being able to hop on like so many one-on-ones, like early on, Yanni, you and I were talked about like, you know what, like maybe the scope of the project might make more sense to do a smaller launch. And then we met at Gen Con and you're like, no, I'm going for it. And I was like, all right, let's do this thing.
Actually, can I talk on that too?
Yeah.
I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Spencer Campbell, because I had a lot of anxiety and I was going in this project, and I think that there was a lot of indicators to reduce the scope of what Ambition was to make sure that I could launch it. And the only reason that I didn't was because of advice I got from Spencer. And specifically, he gave me some like very, very like tough love. Like, you only get to launch your project like once. Like, you can relaunch it and whatever. It's not going to be the same. Make the game that you want to make. And I'm like, man, I have a lot of people that have given me like the advice in the other direction, and it took a lot of reconsideration. And if it wasn't for that advice, I would have launched something much smaller that wasn't what I wanted to launch, and that wasn't Ambition.
Mhm.
And here we are. Ambition has blown through literally every single stretch goal I had, and then some. I had to add more, and then I ran out of road completely. So I couldn't be more thankful, more grateful for like talking to people that had the confidence that what I wanted to do was worth pursuing in this environment. So huge thanks to Spencer Campbell.
Heck yeah, man.
That's awesome, really.
fantastic.
And I think it's also having those kind of bigger projects and ambitious projects is a great inspiration also for all of us to reach for more and see what's possible and see what you can do.
Yeah, and I remember the first call we had with Cam, and you were thinking about that, and like it's so cool to see like now 5 months after that we're there.
Yeah.
And
5 months. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's been
unreal.
crazy how long it's been since we started this journey, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
time has no meaning.
I
for
really
the
think
past
about
half a
this.
year.
I really think about this a lot, especially with how everything's gone. It feels like there was only one world where things happened and I was successful with this project in the way that I was successful with it. And I could easily imagine literally tens of thousands of different choices that I could have made, and nothing would have happened. We would have not funded. I would have gone with a different project. I would have reduced the scope of the project or something. It feels like this required a bunch of miracle circumstances back to back to back to back. And I think the only reason I was able to take advantage of them is because of how supportive everyone has been in this group, and just the kind of like lifting the rising tides of everyone. So I appreciate you all a ton.
Speaking of miracles, Sewer Sanctuary actually got refreshed and it just got updated. You got 4 minutes left, but also Ambition was also refreshed. Ambition is at 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, let's go!
Yes, Benny, thank you for keeping tabs.
Dreams of No Sleep. Yeah, no, you're good. Dreams of No Sleep, as far as I can tell, did not refresh, but it hasn't dropped down, so it might be live there.
Refreshed. My friends were
Oh, there
trying
you
to
go.
get me to 7,777, but they overpaid.
That sounds about right.
That's kind of friends.
I also got refreshed, but it didn't come to the actual one. I can see it in my individual page.
Yeah, so what I'm looking at is this page with all the projects. So it will always show on your individual before. So if you see on the individual that you've been refreshed, you let me know.
Yeah. Because I was looking at the numbers and I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Dreams of No Sleep's back at like 10 minutes.
Holy
for
shit.
the sick number.
I cannot see it yet, but awesome.
Magpie has also completed. Now Magpie is at 5388. They completely crowdfunded as well. So congratulations to them. Let's see. But yeah, looks like we're in the top 5 now. We've got Dreams of No Sleep, Ambition, Sewer Sanctuary, Trenchcoat Raccoons, and Wildsea. Trenchcoat Raccoons and Wildsea on my screen at least look like they're gonna be ending soon. So we'll figure that out.
We shall see who takes it. Very, very exciting.
And very
speaking of Spencer
distracting.
Campbell, speaking of Spencer Campbell, I wanna ask to everyone, like outside of people in the RPG party, who have you met through the RPG party that you weren't able to meet before that has been like a great like influence? What do you guys think?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, you mean completely outside of the industry?
No. I mean, like not one of us 22, not Cam, not one of the sponsors or workshop creators. I'm talking about like so for example, I can give you an example is Tony, right? So Tony gave very invaluable advice to both Quinn and I, and if it wasn't for RPG Party, we never would have met him, right? So and Tony's here in chat. Yeah, there you are. I see you. But so for an example, people like that.
Okay, so the first person that came to mind, I did an interview that hasn't been published yet due to some technical issues with Craig from Third Floor Wars, and that was I did it a few weeks before we launched, which I was in a very kind of last minute making of structuring my rewards, and he asked me about the beginnings of this project, my playtesting experience, and he made a very pointed question that was like, what are the mechanics that you left away, and what is a mechanic that you want to use in a further project? And I talked a little bit about that, and I had everything in my mind up until then. I'm not going to use those ever again, but going through the next week, that thinking that question again and again and again, that made me actually go the extra step and put all my my rules hacks and extra additional play modes in, because those were things I was thinking, but in my mind up until then were discarded. And if he hadn't made that comment, I would have had a different game now. And again, it was unlocking the part that is kind of fear, kind of a little bit, it's not good enough, and you want to just, you are afraid to show it to the world. So having that person be there and just ask a question that stuck with me has been really, really, it kind of changed what this game's best version is, and I'm grateful for that.
Awesome.
Looks like Ambition won the Battle Royale.
No, not yet. So Sewer Sanctuary,
Dreams of No Sleep.
Sewer Sanctuary said 7 minutes. Yeah, Sewer Sanctuary said 7 minutes. Trenchcoat Raccoons, Ambition, and Dreams of No Sleep are still going.
But also, we've beaten Wildsea.
That is
out of the running.
That is wild. Yes, Wildsea is done. Well, congratulations to Mythworks and specifically Felix Isaacs.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Fun little aside with Wildsea and Mythworks too. So the Wildsea was one of the very first like indie TTRPG projects I ever backed on Kickstarter, and I remember it was like one of the first ones of like really getting into that community vibe. I got to playtest it with Felix when I was a bit more of a closet nerd, but when my partner at the time was out, and it was so much fun. And so being able to work even tangentially with them has been such a treat on this too. So they don't fit the bill of like the indie creator, that's for sure, but being able to do a zine project with them and get some more eyes on everyone else from them has been fantastic. So awesome to see.
Can I be honest too? I love Wildsea. I'm saying this with purpose. I love Wildsea. I think everything Felix Isaacs makes is so cool, and I played it. I love it. I will say that having them part of RPG Party they're like a heel to me. There is like a competitive aspect of just launching alongside them and a benchmark that I was like, we gotta do just as good, if not better. And there was something very motivating about that.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
On the other hand, for me, I will say it was like going up against a behemoth, right? I know just like minutes ago we were like, there was no competition amongst guys. Wildsea's the one.
I don't think we register. I don't know.
think we register.
Yeah.
Dean,
Did Felix ever come in chat at any point?
no.
Two
Joined
times
the server, but I haven't
between
seen them.
5 minutes of each other. I remember it because I still am a fanboy, but it was like I was asking, where are they? And it was like, oh, we're here. We're gonna be more here. That's it.
No.
Unfortunately.
I think I remember that we're gonna
That's
be more
amazing.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember the we're here, we're gonna be more active. I do remember that. That's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
it rings a bell.
I mean, okay, no shade to Mythworks or Felix Isaacs, they're very busy. And it's very cool that we
Yeah,
can
of
actually
course, of course.
share a title with them. I will say that. Right. A title being RPG Party winner. But yeah, let's hope to interact more in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dean, one of my favorite things too, I was just after you shouted out, like, wow, we're like, what? The Mythworks is here? Like, that's so cool. And then I think it was a few weeks after, or maybe even that same week, I think you actually had more followers than them at the time. And I was like, oh, that's just so freaking sweet. Yeah, it was a really cool little moment.
Yeah, right before launch, I reached a little bit more. Still are, but as they've proven, like the community matters a lot. And kudos for them. They're like fantastic. They have again and again created awards that have blew people away. Awards? Did I say awards? Games. I wanted to say games.
Mission's currently in the lead, and Trenchcoat Raccoons is at 45 seconds. So we'll see what happens.
Also on what Benny was asking before about people that I got to meet because of this opportunity, not directly because of like the Gamefound, but funding Ambition and doing the Fable stuff and going to Gen Con, being able to work with Andrew Conlon and Matt at Infinite Citadel on a Fable, Alex Teplitz on Widower's Web, and Jade Dragon on my Gunwitch Fable. Oh my God, the 3 creators that I have so much respect for, that I think are just making amazing work, and being able to work together on a project and have them be invested in what Ambition's doing and tell stories in the system. Same with Dean and Alex, even though we just like met as part of this. It's such an unbelievably incredible opportunity, and one that is so like creatively fulfilling, and it's like it honors me so much to be working alongside so many incredible people because of being able to launch in the way that we did.
And with that, we're down to the top 3. Congratulations, Dean. You have been fully funded.
Congrats, Dean.
Thank you.
Dean, it was an honor to fight alongside you in this battle royale.
It was, for sure. For sure.
I feel like when
I
it comes
did my
down to the
best.
last 2.
Thank you, raccoons.
When it comes down to the
keeping me
last 2,
afloat.
I gotta go full like boxing commentator. In the blue corner, we
Little blue and red.
Do it.
we got 10 seconds left for Dreams and No Sleep. So whoever are the folks that wanted to get you to 7777 have royally failed, completely exceeding that number. You're at 28 something now.
And imminent.
And imminent, yeah. I am
imminent.
also. I am
There's a
refreshing.
buffer at the end. There's a buffer.
There's
at
a
the
little
end.
buffer at
it's
the end.
because
Yeah,
so-
there is a small
It's
buffer.
because like people might have submitted like
Someone's in
backs.
the checkout right now.
And
No,
you're
they-
done. Alex, you have funded.
It's
Congrats,
down
mate.
to me and Laura.
It's
Let's
down
go. The
to
Titans of
The German
RPG
versus
Party.
the Greek person.
On
German
one
versus Greek.
corner.
Where have we seen this before?
Oh, unreal. Benny, kind of tangential to your question too. I think one of my favorite things I've been able to do, because I've been working in the space for a while now, and like whether it's people that I've actually gotten the opportunity to work with, I've gotten to reach out and speak to so many different people from all across the space. And like when people have asked, like, oh, like, does anyone have any input and resources in like Yanni, for example, like in people printing tarot cards specifically, or book printers, or has anyone done this specific thing? It's like, I think I have a person that I might be able to like ask and lean on, and being able to leverage folks for that has just like, it's just felt so good. It's been really, really fun to be able to do.
Sure, fair enough. I want to answer my own question as well, adding on to what you just said, because one of the examples of what you just described is someone who deserves a huge shout out because he helped every single person in the RPG party, and that is Will from Chronicle RPGs, who does Chronicle brushes and all that, because he basically paid for an entire booth at Spiel at Essen and allowed RPG Party to share half of his space in Germany at no cost to us to allow us to basically hawk our projects and all 22 of us. And I mean, the metrics speak for themselves. Spiel was a bump in funding across the board for everyone who had a presence there. And, and I followed up with the creators after to make sure that, hey, this was actually effective for you. So a huge shout out to Will from Chronicle RPGs, and go check out chronicle.cards because, they've got amazing brushes made from Wolfer, which is one of the huge takeaways I have from Germany, which is kind of sick. So shout out to Will.
Thank you for saying that, Benny. Also, shout out to yourself for all the work that you're doing at his booth too. I consider Will one of, if not my best, convention friend. He is such a fantastic human being, and yeah, just deserving of all of the shout outs and more. That's for sure.
Sorry, I also.
I'm so sorry. You're saying some really important things, but you're 3 seconds apart. Still Sanctuary and Ambition.
No.
3 seconds apart.
We're both at 10 minutes again. We both completely reset.
You both completely reset, and you're now 3 seconds apart.
Dude, we're popping off right now. It is incredible. We just keep going up. It's crazy.
This is terrible because I have to pee so bad.
If you gotta go,
you have 9 minutes.
Casual stream.
I wasn't expecting so much from Endgame, but we've already gotten 1,250 just from Endgame. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
I was literally seeing the timer going down to 0, and it says end imminent, and then it again refreshed.
Heck yes. So
Who are you people?
Unreal. I don't think he does it anymore, but one of my favorite things, and this went on for months, when Endgame launched, was Mache, our COO, staying up or waking up and monitoring Endgame campaigns, and it was just so much fun to be like, have you slept?
How long has the longest Endgame gone on for, would you say?
I think we had one recently that broke the records, and I can't remember specifically how long it got to, but it was over 24 hours. It was over a full day.
Don't worry, I'm ready to break that record right now.
That's ridiculous.
I'm not saying I'm going to stream with you for 24 hours, Kenny.
That is 184 people backing in a single day. That's ridiculous.
Outside of Gamefound and the RPG sphere, I recently saw
it's more than that.
A DCC comic book. They run their Endgame thing for 4+ days. And I was looking at it and I was like, that is crazy. They went from 2.2 million to 2.6 million. And
oh my God.
It's like another planet, another reality.
DCC. I was introduced to that at Gen Con. Oh my goodness, I don't think I've consumed 7 books that fast in a hot minute.
I'm on 4th reread. I have a problem. Not read, re-listen, because I just have headphones on and take walks or go to the gym, and it's like now it's just DCC, nothing else.
Unreal. I've heard that the audiobooks are fantastic too.
They are, and now they're making them to fully sound with multiple actors, except the basic ones. They released the first one, and it's very good. But the experience is unreal. That one person, Matt Hayes, is fantastic. He does every voice, and every voice is different and not caricature. It's very good. Like, if you're into it, audiobooks, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. I'm torn. I really like them, but usually I read while going to bed and all that. It's nice to just kind of wind down without all the energy to it. But yeah, it sounds
I get
fantastic.
it.
Let's see. I did want to shout out just while we're here too. Some of the projects which were unsuccessful as well. So let's cruise over to this view and look at some of them too, because I'm confident all these folks will be coming back in some form in the future. Park Fried Chicken, I think, is always going to hold a very dear place in my heart. Cyberpunk is
that was a tragedy.
Yeah, I know. Really specific genre, and just how much fun this take on Cyberpunk is out of this world awesome. And I'm really excited for this to come back in the future because I know he's learned a whole lot of lessons from how the campaign went and is going to carry that forward. It's also, I think, the only, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the only Borg-inspired project, which you can kind of see in the spreads with knowing that, but he never shouted that out too, so hopefully he shouts that out in the future. But yeah, let's see. Rules light, grease heavy, a fried cyberpunk future, outrageous character options. There's a whole bunch of goodies to it, and it just sounds like such a blast.
Awesome.
Providence City Punks too was just talking to these folks the other day, and I think their plan is to bring it back at a reduced scale and kind of do a little home grow approach. But this game just strikes me so much of like, if you like Fantasy High, this is like the perfect kind of like playground to run a campaign like that in. And a Spider who does the art is just so evocative. It's also, I think, the only TTRPG I've heard of that uses a chessboard for the combat mechanics, which I kind of love the dichotomy of like anarchist, wild characters in city, but the organized chessboard for play. Really, really interesting take. Twilight Sun we talked about, so we'll go on to Mutant Annie here too. Very much like Fallout meets like almost like old school Warhammer RPGs in my mind. You want to jump into something? Benny, do you have something to say there? Was that you?
No, that wasn't me.
Was it Alex? Was that you?
I think it was Nick.
I think that was Rob.
Nick might have.
Oh, right.
Oh, all good. Yeah, kind of like old school, so many tables to roll on for random things that can happen to you and such as well. So a fun one there as well. How are we doing on the countdown here too?
We are currently at about 4 minutes-ish for both. Sewer Sanctuary is ahead by about 10 seconds, which means that they're going to be ending a bit earlier. So Ambition's currently in the lead. But yeah, and you know what? I said earlier that if we are going to go down to 2, I was going to do proper boxing commentator style. So here we go. Unless you still want to talk about more projects, Cam.
Let's do 1, and I'll try to keep it short, and then we can have your boxer commentary for after the facts, because they're going to be launching soon, which is fantastic. Soul's Food. This was such a cool project, and like I don't even know if I can do it justice talking about it. Souls-like meets you being the food on the table in such like a fun, evocative, wild way. They've got a unique dice system for it, which they call the Bouillon system, which is just fantastic. All of the art for it is so evocative, and the way that your characters are made is wild. So don't choke, you're going to be a meat or a vegetable, and then you have so many other like flavor profiles and such, which goes into your character creation. So each food type has unique bonuses and abilities. Core book features 8 playable food types for now. Prepare thyself, morsel. It's just like the perfect mix of grim and also just so witty and comical. So I'm extremely excited for this one to launch in the future here too. It was a shame it wasn't able to come together for the party itself, but what is a party without an after party? So we'll have that coming in the future here too.
Yeah, absolutely. I am super excited for Soul's Food.
Yeah, I can launch Ambition 2 at the after party.
Yes.
I know, I was really looking forward to backing Soul's Food, so it's going to kind of work out nicely for me because it'll kind of spread out the weight on my card a little bit.
Yes, I fully agree. I specifically didn't do any shopping for games at Essenspiel, specifically just to put all of the disposable income into the RPG party, and this helps with that a little bit for sure.
Yeah, I told my friends, because I'm in a pretty like active board game community here, and I told my friends like I'm going to Germany for Essen, and I came back and I didn't buy a single board game, and he was like, "You went all the way across the world to the largest board game and RPG convention in the world and didn't buy a single board game." The one thing I came back with was a cute little tarot deck that Laura bought for me as a gift, and it's really cute, and I still have it. I was using it for readings as well. But yeah, that's the only takeaway that I got from Spiel, and I can't say that I've ever done that in my life before.
That took a lot of
mad that you didn't buy him a board game.
It was less restrained and more the fact that I didn't have time. Every day I was at the booth from literally morning till close, and then every evening I had a meeting lined up. So I had zero time. It was less like, honestly, if it was done by restraint, I would have folded.
Yeah, also big shout out to Benny for actually doing that. Like
Huge.
he sat there really the whole day, and every time I was coming by the booth, it was like in deep conversations with lots of people. So it was super nice to see people really being interested, even though we didn't have a big booth, right? This was just like a few flyers, but still people were super interested, and Benny did a really great job of representing the whole RPG party there.
Yeah, I was so stoked
Thanks so
how
much, Benny, for that.
how that all came together. Just because like Gamefound booth this year was, and I think it was the year before as well, was like just strictly business, and so we weren't able to have like any showcases of anything really. And yeah, for Will to be able to invite us in, and for Benny to do work. Also, as a fun aside, Will's support booth staff were unable to make it, and so it was literally just him and Benny for the whole weekend, which is wild.
Yeah, it's really funny. Their passport wasn't up to date enough, so because his support staff couldn't make it. So it also worked out that we could give back a little bit to Will because I was basically there as his like staff whenever he wasn't at the booth, which was most of the time, by the way. There was like an entire day where like 6 different people came by the booth to look for Will, and I'm like, I have no idea where he is. I was just alone at the booth. I have no idea where he is, bro. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm not gonna. Whoa, what the hell?
I think me and Sewer Sanctuary are out.
It was very
right now?
weird
Yeah,
for a
no.
second. I think we saw
Yeah,
the
it was
same
very
thing,
weird for a
Benny.
second. I think you saw
Yeah.
this. I think we saw the same thing too.
Yeah.
All right, Sewer Sanctuary,
Oh,
you
God.
are funded. Yeah, I had a heart attack, dude. Holy
Me
shit.
too.
Okay,
I saw that.
for
Too. I got
context,
the same thing.
It was showing
for
not funded.
Yeah, for context, for like a few seconds, both Sewer Sanctuary and Ambition showed not funded, and I was like, "What do you mean?" And it said 777%. But we're good. We're good. All right. Hey,
After this whole
God.
roller coaster for
Congratulations,
Yanni,
guys.
if it had gone to not funded.
Oh yeah, I know, right? That'd be crazy. Or it was a good run at the end.
It was
a
terrifying.
championship lap.
Like you won by 20 seconds, Yanni. 20 seconds. All right. Everyone, congratulations. We've all
This is
funded.
it.
I mean,
Cheers, everybody.
we all completed our crowdfunding.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
That's a
Cheers.
huge step completed, and
Congratulations.
Thank you guys.
there's a lot more ahead, but building up to the
It is
crowdfunding
done.
campaign, running the crowdfunding campaign is one of the most intensive, stressful parts. Everything else on here is no longer up to external timelines. It's about you and working with your printers and everything. So, yeah, big deep breaths, huge congrats, and massive pat on the back too. Like, I can't believe it's been 5 months because you guys have been grinding it out every single day for those last 5 months.
Yeah,
You haven't steered us wrong, but there's still part of me that's afraid that you're lying about this next part being the easy part.
There will still be trials and tribulations for sure.
It's not-
I think I've shared before, like if and when I plan on doing my own little crowdfunding endeavor, the fulfillment, logistics, and taxes side of things is my nightmare. So we'll get through that together.
I will also say that Laura, you're talking about us being at Essen, right? But at Essen, I kept talking about how Gamefound took us all together and put us in an incubator since May. And every single time I was talking about that since May part, I was like, is it really been since May that this has been happening? But yeah, this has been happening since May, and it's kind of crazy that we're through this now. So it's look where we are, guys.
Absolutely.
Unreal.
Oh, beautiful,
Yeah.
everyone. Well, I think we'll sign off the stream here at least. But for everyone that tuned in, thank you so much. For everyone that backed and supported all these amazing projects, thank you so much too. And yeah, I guess welcome past the end game and into the post game campaign, and a restful weekend ahead. Take care,
Thank you
everybody.
guys so